Hello everybody, this is Dr. Aaron Seaton with the Chiropractic Place. Today is a good little reminder video about food. This is very important that we kind of understand categories that we should focus on and categories of stuff that we should try to avoid so that we can be healthier. That way when we're making these food decisions, we're doing everything that we can to live our healthiest and happiest life. So with food, typically what I'm trying to eat from is this menu right here. Now with meats, like if we're talking seafood, I want that seafood to be wild, like wild salmon, wild halibut, wild cod. I'm not touching farmed fish. I just don't. After all the documentaries we see on this with what they feed this stuff, personally, I don't think it's a great source of nutrition for us, so I avoid it myself and I focus on wild seafood. As far as other meats, like if you're getting beef, try to do as grass-fed, grass-finished as you can. And the reason we tell people to do that is you're going to get more omega-3 fatty acids in the meat. It's going to be healthier for you if those cows or those steers are eating fresh green grass as much as they can. You want to put some grain to them. Some people like that for the flavor, but I still encourage people that do that, make sure that cow or that steer, that heifer is out there on fresh pasture and eating hopefully healthy hay as well. So you're going to get a better quality product because what you eat gives you nutrition, and if it's not healthy, it's hard for you to be healthy. Now, you can also include organic chicken in there, other sources like turkey and lamb, but looking for really healthy, high quality meats is an important part of the diet. I also like eggs. I get all my eggs from local producers here. If you're buying something from the store, we're looking more towards organic, free range, hopefully pasture raised hens that are allowed access. They're eating grass, they're eating bugs that they find, they have food as well, but they're allowed to kind of forage. That's also going to make, same as it does with beef, makes the beef healthier when they're allowed to forage and graze. The same is true with chickens and their eggs. Those eggs are a lot healthier when those chickens are allowed to range around and find stuff to eat. It'll be a higher quality product for you. Fruits, obviously, vegetables, I try to stay as organic as possible. And if you have a good farmer's market near you, that's another boost for you because those are going to tend to have more nutrition in them than if you're just buying something commercially produced at the store. So eating this stuff, very important. And then I also include some dairy. I personally use raw dairy products. We have a great raw dairy up here where I live, and I'll take that milk and I'll make what's called kefir or kefir, and it's a cultured milk. It's almost like yogurt, and I'll make that in my smoothie every day. Super healthy for you, loaded with probiotics. A great thing to have as part of your diet. But again, some people have tolerances. I'm more tolerant of dairy. Some people just don't have those tolerances. Their body doesn't agree. You can scratch that one off the list if you need to. Things definitely to avoid are all the processed foods that you see sitting on the shelf in the center of the grocery store. Things that can last for 2 years on a shelf may not be the best thing for you. There's a lot of preservatives put into food. There's a lot of sneaky additives. If you start reading something and you can't pronounce half the words in there, it's probably not good for you. Trans fats are hidden in foods. This is high fructose corn syrup that is everywhere, linked to diabetes. Both of these are actually linked to causing diabetes and insulin resistance. So avoiding processed foods is important. And notice with this list, I'm not saying never have a carb in your life because you're going to get carbohydrates from fruits, from vegetables, from certain dairies. But eating from this menu of whole foods is going to be a lot healthier and a lot more sustainable for people long term. Whereas living off of processed junk is going to have effects. Like we said, diabetes, increased risks of cancer, strokes, obesity, all these things go up when we eat a lot of this stuff. So I try to eat from this menu as best I can. I'm not perfect and nobody is. But do your best to try to eat the foods from this menu and watch how much your health improves. I'm Dr. Aaron Seaton from the Chiropractic Place.